Can you hear me? Yes. You guys asking how to screen record. This we will share the presentation with all of you those who attended. No need to record your screen area. So good evening everyone. So welcome to webinar on RRBs, the much awaited notification of the year. IBPS RRB PO Scale 1 and Office Assistant preparation tips and strategy. Right. So we will start in couple of minutes. Students are joining, let them join, then we'll start in couple of minutes, right? So in this session, we will broadly discuss about the vacancies, opportunities in Gramina banks, and there was few new things mentioned in the notification, social distancing exam, what is that? Then we will look at the exam patterns, and we will focus on officer scale 1 and office assistant exams, how to prepare. So this preparation will automatically take care of your scale 2, scale 3 preparation also, right? So we will start in couple of minutes. Let other people also join. Then we'll start off, right? It is exactly 7 o'clock now. So give me a couple of minutes of time. We'll start, right? So people are joining. So let them join. Then we'll start off. Janice, already please make a note. Take your pen and paper. So important points you can make a note. So we will be discussing. Session will be of about 1 hour, 1 hour 15 minutes. After that, I'll take up the questions. If you have any questions, you can post. But I'll be taking up those questions towards the end of the webinar. Now, in earlier webinars also, we used to get questions from you asking that, sir, this year can we expect notifications? We were telling you that notifications are going to be released this year as well. Banks need people, right? So maybe see, instead of getting released in June, it got released in July. Maybe little delay, and exam is also getting conducted in little, maybe in September, October prelim examination. So little delay in the process, but definitely notification is going to be released. This is what we are trying to explain to students. Don't wait till your notification is out. Start your preparation early. The early you start, the better your preparation. So you can also expect notifications of IBPS PO, IBPS clerk, SBI PO, other exams also, but not immediately, maybe here and there, not regular as per regular timetable or regular schedule. They may be released here and there, right? So this is a much awaited notification. You people are inquiring whether we are going to get this notification or not. Yes, the notification is released. Now, important point is how to prepare for your Gramina banks, regional rural bank examination. Right, students, let us start off. So we are going to discuss agenda of the day, opportunities and vacancies in IBPS RRBs 2020. What is the selection process and what is the exam pattern? Then we will also look at preparation tips and strategies. So what should be your best preparation? What order I should prepare within that particular section? What order I should attempt? What should I do to improve my preparation for reasoning, quants, DI, GK? All these things we'll be discussing as a part of this session. One more question, Ravi Teja, who is asking? Naira Tej. Sir, can a final year student apply for IBPS? Point is that if you read the notification, there is a specific date given. Education qualifications on 1st July, your date of birth and your age limit is on 1st July, and your education qualification should be on 21st July. So final years are generally not eligible as per the notification. That means if you are getting your final result, final certificate before 21st July, then you are eligible. That is the last date of your applying. Otherwise, generally not eligible. Right, students? Let us look at the vacancies in RRBs, officer scale 1, scale 2, scale 3, and office assistants together. I have given you the information of last 2-3 years, students. You can see at 2017, officer scale 1, 2, 3, 7,039, and office assistants we have 8298, total 15,000. Then 2018, officers and office assistants put together, we have 10,338. 2019, 9,270. Again, 2020, this year notification, if you can see, they are going to be about 10,497. Again, one more point, when you observe the final notification and is going to be released, then definitely there will be an increase in number of posts. These are going to increase when the final merit list is going to be released. Maybe increased by another 300, 400. Every year we are seeing that, right? So initially 10,497. The banks which are not given what you call the notifications, all those they will get added up in due course, right? So 10,497. These are the number of vacancies for this year. Officers scale 1, 2, 3 put together and your office assistant together, right, students? Let us look at age limit. So all of you know this RRB clerk age limit is 18 to 28 years. Scale 1 18 to 30 years. Scale 2 and scale 3. Scale 2 is 21, maximum 32 years. Scale 3 is 21, maximum is 40 years. Here this should be as on 1st July. This age limit as on 1st July. And education qualification as on 21st July. Officer scale 1 and office assistants, degree in any discipline from a recognized university. No mention of any percentage. No minimum percentage required for officer scale 1 and office assistant. This is a common doubt among students, right? Percentage, whatever has been mentioned, that is for your officer scale 2 and officer scale 3. Officer scale 2, you have general banking officers, we have specialist officers, right? So officer scale 2, scale 3, you should have degree with minimum 50%. And for specialization like IT officer or your HR officer, for specialized officers on scale 3, certain work experience, number of years and specialized subjects are given. For that, you please refer to the notification for more clarity. If you are applying for IT officer, you should write one IT paper. HR officer, there will be one objective and HR paper. So these details and work experience is also mentioned for scale 2 and scale 3. So anybody appearing for scale 2, scale 3, yes, you can just look at that notification for more details. And you can apply office assistants and scale 1 or 2 or 3, one among these 3. You cannot apply for all 3. You can apply for office assistants, there is no issue, and one among these 3, scale 1, scale 2, scale 3. If you are eligible for scale 1, you can apply for scale 1. Eligible for scale 2, apply for scale 2. General banking officer, specialist officer. Eligible for scale 3, apply for scale 3. Because see, the point is, you cannot apply. If you are eligible for these 2, you cannot apply for these 2, right? Scale 1, scale 2, both the posts you cannot apply. So you cannot apply. You have to apply only one among one, scale 1, scale 2, and scale 3. So office assistant, from officers you choose one scale and you have to apply. Right. Look at these students. Look at this. Online registration has already started at 1st July, and 21st July is the what you call last date for online application, right? Payment of fee 1st July to 21st July. Download of call letters for preliminary exam is August 2020. So online preliminary exam, this is one important thing. Date is not mentioned, but month is mentioned. September, October, maybe mid-September or 3rd week of September, 4th week of September, or October 1st week, 2nd week. So we will have officer scale 1, then preliminary exam followed by office assistants, or it may be office assistants and officer scale 1. Dates will be given in due course. The point is, scale 2, scale 3 is a single exam. Scale 1, scale 2, scale 3 is a single exam. Scale 1 and office assistant, 2-stage exam, preliminary exam and main exam. So we are talking about officer scale 1 and office assistant exam. Call letter download August, and online exam, preliminary exam in September, October. Result will be declared in October. Main exam in October, November. Scale 1, scale 2, scale 3, office assistant, main exam. Download of call letter October, November. Exam is also in the month of October. So scale 2, scale 3 is a single exam. Scale 1, office assistant is 2-stage examination. Result declaration again October, November. Interviews for scale 1, scale 2, scale 3. Again, students, Office assistants, there is no interview. Interview is there as a part of scale 1, scale 2, scale 3 recruitment. So here the interview again in the month of October, November, a provisional allotment in January 2021. Right, for multi-purpose scale 1, scale 2, scale 3, for all posts the provisional allotment will be January 2021. So the month which you need to focus is exam is in the month of September. So hardly we have July, August, and maybe 10-15 days of September. Hardly 2 months or 2 months 15 days left over. So in these 2 months, what should we do to maximize our score? So we'll discuss this as a part of our preparation. So application fee and charges, it can be payable 1st July to last date 21st July. Officer scale 1, scale 2, scale 3, 175 for reserved categories. For other categories, it is 850. Office assistant 175 for reserved categories and 850 for all others, right? Apart from these categories mentioned here. So I can say you have to apply for office assistant and you can apply one among these three, scale 1, scale 2, scale 3. You cannot apply to all three. Right. This is one thing which is introduced this year in your notification. If you read the notification, you can see it. You can see here, right? Now, differential reporting time will be printed for a set of candidates. Candidate must report much before the report. See, the point is like, you remember, maybe if you have written earlier bank exams, we see clearly it will be written that you have to reach 15 minutes before reporting time. Then they will allow you inside. You have to check your what you call ID card now, what you call your roll number, which lab it is allotted, which building. Then here what happens is we used to go all overcrowded, right? We to get that my lab number, building number, which building, which lab, lab 1, lab 2. It's like we have to push and we have to see that it's like overcrowded. That can't be done this time, right? Because of this COVID-19 special situation, they are clearly written different time slots, reporting time slots to each student. So you have to be there on that particular time slot. Reach 10 minutes before, not half an hour, 1 hour before, at least 10 minutes before. Be present before reporting time, be present at the venue. They will call you. There are 2-3 important points which are mentioned here. Now you need to focus here, students. See here, candidate to report the exam venue strictly as per time slot mentioned. 10 minutes before reporting time, you can reach there. You should strictly adhere to these time slots, as entry into the examination hall will be based on individual time slot only. So all of you cannot be allowed at a time because of this special situation. Please keep this point in mind. Please plan your travel. Reach 15 minutes before your reporting time. No late going, they will not allow because of this special situation. You have to be very careful, student. Generally, they will not allow. This kind of situation, you're not, they will take very, very strict action. You will not be allowed. Entire preparation will go waste. Please reach the venue 15 minutes before the reporting time. Now, this generally used to be candidate roll number, lab number. My roll number, which lab, which building used to be mentioned outside the examination venue. Now it is not displayed because of that overcrowding, right? So when you go to that security, when you will check your what you call roll number, hall ticket, everything, at that time when you're looking at the roll number, he will tell you which lab, which building. Make a note behind the hall ticket, go inside. Nowhere this board will be displayed outside the venue. You have to ask the security based on your roll number. He will give you one particular building, one particular lab. You need to reach there, right behind your hall ticket, reach there. Then these are some items which are allowed. Generally for IBPS exam, nothing is allowed except your pen and other things. But this time because of this special situation, these are the things which are allowed, right? You should be really careful, right? Carry your own mask, carry gloves. Don't forget any of these things, students. You'll be in trouble because the examination will be conducted at different time slots in different days in different what you call test centers. Right? These test centers are outside the city limits most of the time, right? So you will not find any medical shop to purchase a mask. See, pen, pencil, yes, you can still find out, but gloves, mask, these are special things which you need to be careful. So generally one day before, you used to tell them that have a pen, pencil ready, hall ticket ready, but this time additional things should be ready. You should be ready with your mask, you should be ready with your gloves, personal transparent water bottle. So transparent water bottle, don't carry those what you call Milton and all those, just any what you call transparent water bottle will do. Then personal hand sanitizer, carry, it is always safe to carry your own hand sanitizer. Anything you touch, at least exam is conducted for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So main exam, prelim exam is about 45 minutes. In this time you can what you call sanitize yourself, carry a pen, then exam related documents, your call letter, admit card, ID card, everything. Then you should carry the photocopy as well as your original ID proof. Most of them will miss this original ID. Please carry your original ID proof also. This is very, very important, student. These are things which this time you need to be very careful with the social distancing mode of conducting the exam. These things you please 2 days before arrange for yourself. One second. Some of you are saying that his voice is not clear. Yashin Sheikh, okay. Now it's clear. Right. Yashin Sheikh is asking degree should be completed by which date? As on date mentioned on education call 21st July. You just check out the notification. This 21st July. Sir, is preference given to agriculture related graduates? If you are applying for specialist officer, yes, Ankita. Right. So, is the voice clear, students? Hope it is clear. It is not breaking. Who told? Who told? Who told? Okay. Right. Then the fourth point, students, here installation of Arogya Setu app. This is one thing which is very, very, very important. See, this you have to, if you have a smartphone, yes, you have to carry your Arogya Setu app installed in that. There will be some questions asked. They will check your risk factor will be given in that. So security will check that Arogya Setu app. Then you will be allowed inside. Right. If you don't have a smartphone, there is an annexure 4 given in the notification. Clear declaration form. Please fill in the declaration form. Carry the declaration. So if you have Arogya Setu app smartphone, download Arogya Setu app. Fill in all the details. It will show you the risk factors. They'll ask you some basic questions. You fill that. Then based on that, you will be allowed inside the examination hall. In case if you are not using your smartphone, you have to. What you need to do is there is a declaration form given in annexure 4. Please download that and you need to carry that, student. So these two slides, these are 2 points which are very, very important, right? So report 10 minutes before the reporting time, 15 minutes before the reporting time. And lab details, room details are not displayed this time. You have to, when you meet the security person at the entrance, he will tell you which room, which building, which lab number. Kindly make a note with pencil behind the hall ticket. Then carry all these 2 days before. Earlier we used to say hall ticket, pen, pencil, but along with that mask, gloves, everything, hand sanitizer, your personal water bottle, everything. And don't forget to sanitize yourself every 1 hour 45 minutes, students. Keep that point in mind, right? Then installation of Arogya Setu app. If you don't have Arogya Setu app, yes, you can download that annexure 4. You can take that annexure 4 with duly filled in, right? Now, students. One second. Let us look at exam patterns. Exam patterns. Is the screen flickering? Right. Let us look at selection process. One second. There is some issue with the system. Right. So phase 1 is preliminary examination. You have objective type questions. If you look at your selection process, phase 2 for those who clear prelim exam, we have main exam objective type questions, and phase 3 the last hurdle is interview only for scale 1, scale 2, and scale 3. No interview for office assistants. Right? Those here, students, this is the paper pattern of RRB officer scale 1 and office assistant. So reasoning 40 questions, 40 marks. Quantitative aptitude and numerical ability. In clerk we call it as numerical ability. In PO we call it as quantitative aptitude. The difference is quantitative aptitude means there will be more of DI questions, and numerical ability means you'll have more of simplification, approximation, speed maths questions, students. So 40 questions each test area, 40 marks. So 80 questions, 80 marks, and duration is 45 minutes. No section wise time limit mentioned. There is no section wise time limit mentioned. That means those 45 minutes you can divide according to your strong area and weak area. If you're good at reasoning, Sir, I can complete in 20 minutes. Yes, complete in 20 minutes. Remaining 25 minutes you have to spend on quant, because quantitative aptitude numerical ability involves little more calculation. So maybe 5 minutes extra you can spare for your quant. Or if you're really good at quant, not good at reasoning, I need more time in reasoning. Yes, you give 25 minutes to reasoning and 20 minutes to quant. But generally, quant is time consuming because of DI and calculations involved in the individual quant questions. So give 25 minutes for quantitative aptitude and numerical ability and 20 minutes for your reasoning. Now, no section wise time limit, as I told you. And most important good news is there is no English language section, right, in prelim exam. Anytime it is not there, previous year also, this time also there is no English language section, right? So English language is present only in the main examination. I think this is a good news for most of you, and may not be for few of you, those who are very good at English. So you might feel a little what you call sir English bhi rahe to acha rahega type. But there is no English section in prelim exam. Sectional cutoffs as well as overall cutoffs. Yes, you need to clear section wise cutoff, also overall cutoff. You have to keep that point in mind. This is RRB officer scale 1 office assistant main exam pattern. Here reasoning 40 questions 50 marks, general awareness 40 questions 40 marks, quantitative aptitude in PO, numerical ability in clerical 40 questions 50 marks, English/Hindi, maybe North Indian centers will take Hindi language, so or some of you might also prefer Hindi medium students Hindi language. So either English or Hindi 40 questions 40 marks, computer knowledge 40 questions 20 marks, total 2 hours duration. Again, students, there is no section wise time limit. You can divide the time according to your strong and weak areas, right? And students, sectional cutoffs as well as overall cutoffs you have to clear, then only will be called for your main, what you call, for your next stage, right? So office assistants, the final selection is based on main exam itself. For officer scale 1, main exam plus interview. Officer scale 1, main exam plus interview, right, students? But office assistant, it is based only on main exam. Preliminary exam is only of what you call qualifying in nature. Now, as you can see, a reasoning 40 questions, 50 marks. Each question carries 1.25 marks. Similarly, you can see quant also 40 questions, 50 marks. Each question carry 1.25 marks. Computer knowledge 40 questions, 20 marks. That means each question carry half marks, students. Each question carry half mark. 1 second. Screen. One second, student. There is some issue with the screen of my laptop. Give me 2 minutes. No, it is it. Right, friends. So this is officer scale 1. So your final selection is based on main exam only for office assistants, and for your officer scale 1, main exam marks plus interview marks, right? Now scale 1, your exam, preliminary exam is only of qualifying in nature. So no section wise time limit and sectional cutoffs as well as overall cutoffs. Now RRB officer scale 2, general banking officer scale 3. Exam pattern, it's only single exam, students. Reasoning 40 questions, 50 marks. Financial awareness, it is something which you need to prepare additionally. 40 questions, 40 marks. Quant and DI 40 questions, 50 marks. English or Hindi 40 questions, 40 marks. Computers 40 questions, 20 marks. Similar pattern, but instead of general awareness we have financial awareness. That means you need to be little more familiar with the financial terms. You'll have questions on banking, economy, current affairs, stock, GK. Apart from that, few financial terms you need to be little thorough with, right? So total duration is 2 hours. No section wise time limit, and the student has to clear sectional cutoff as well as overall cutoff. Now look at specialist officer. The difference in specialist officer is your reasoning, financial awareness, quant and DI, English, computers. Apart from this, you have one professional knowledge paper, 40 objective questions, 40 marks. Duration is 2.5 hours. That is 150 minutes. 150 minutes. So students has to prepare one additional test area, that is professional knowledge. If you applied for IT officer, one paper on IT, 40 questions on IT. If you applied for agriculture officer, 40 questions on agriculture. HR officer, law officer, depending on your specialization you have chosen, there will be one objective type 40 questions to test your subject knowledge. Again, students, no section wise time limit. You have to clear section wise cutoffs as well as overall cutoffs. Then specialist officer scale 2, general banking officer scale 2, and you are having scale 3. All these are single exams. Office assistant and officer scale 1, those are 2-stage exams. Anyways, prelim marks are not considered. For the specialist officer, general banking officer scale 3, single exam plus you have to clear your interview also. Then only you will be allowed to take the exam. You will be getting your final merit list. Right, students? Let us look at topic-wise breakup and preparation tips. Okay, I'll give you just 10-15 seconds of time. Just analyze. Just go through this. Just don't what you called copy down the entire data. Just look at this data. You will get some broad idea about your topic-wise breakup. Just look at the data. Hasrita is asking, sir, is there any negative marking? Yes, there is negative marking, Hasrita. There is negative marking. 1/4 of the marks assigned will be deducted. So if it is a 1 mark question, 1/4 of 1 mark is 0.25. If it is 1.25, you calculate. 1/4 of the marks assigned to that question will be a negative marking. Now, students, if you observe here, puzzles 20 to 30 questions out of 40. Here 10 to 20 questions in clerk, that is office assistant. In main exam, 20 questions from puzzles and 20 to 28 in clerical. So I can say analytical puzzles is a very important topic for your preparation. Then other areas include blood relations, generally not asked in PO main, coding decoding not asked in PO main, can be asked but not asked in last few years, last 3-4 years. Symbols notations asked in prelim as well as main, deductions asked in prelim as well as main, both PO and clerical. Now direction sense asked in prelim as well as main, prelim as well as main. Now the point is, if you observe here, why I have written 0 to 5 is exam is connected in different time slots. So in one of the slot, if blood relation is present, in other slot there may be direction steps. In one slot, if there is symbol notation, in other slot there may be coding decoding. Now these are your scoring areas. You cannot afford to lose marks here. Maybe a blood relation or direction sense or coding decoding or symbol notation or input output or deductions. Right? These are your scoring areas. So important for prelim as well as main, PO as well as clerk is your analytical puzzles plus these topics. Now, sequence set of numbers. You observe these two topics. Students, these are generally asked in clerks, not asked in PO. See here, this blank, not asked in PO. They are generally asked in prelim exam. Prelim, generally asked in, sorry, your clerical exam. So, in clerk also in prelim, definitely you will have questions on sequence and set of numbers. Right? These two topics, without preparing, you cannot go to your clerical examination. Then input output generally not asked in prelim exam. Main exam PO there were 3 questions. Main exam of clerk there was 1 question in last 3 years, right? So input output very important for IBPS PO, IBPS clerk. As far as the Gramina Bank prelim exam, it is not that important. But main exam you will have questions on input output in PO main as well as clerk main. But 1 question from your clerk main. Critical reasoning generally asked only in main exam of PO. Generally not a prelim topic and not a clerk topic also. Not asked in your clerk exam. Only PO, that to your main examination. Data sufficiency as far as your Gramina banks are considered, you don't find any questions. But you can expect questions. You can see a clerical main, there are about 3 to 5 questions. In PO also, you may expect questions from data sufficiency. Alphanumeric series, this is again your clerical specific topic. In main exam you have 5 questions. Then miscellaneous, letter arrangement, word formation, all these put together, these are 2 to 3 in prelim, 2 questions both in PO and clerk. This is important. Now let us summarize these students. 50% is puzzles. Kruti is saying correct. 50% is from puzzles. By any chance will the exam be postponed? Date will be changed? Unlikely. See, the point is like, see, it all depends on your situation. Who is asking this question? Let me check out. Lavani, it all depends on situation. So we have to keep in mind that exam is in September. We have to prepare. It gets postponed, but it will not get cancelled, right? So forget it is in September or maybe in October. So cases, maybe it all depends on number of cases, whether the curve is coming down, flattening, all factors are there. We cannot predict anything. But as of now, just keep in mind that we are going to write exam in September, October. If not September, it will be in October. It is not going to be cancelled. It is going to be they are going to have this RRB exam. So maybe 15 days here and there. So don't worry about that too much, right? So this is your RRB, what you call reasoning breakup. Now, friends, if you see here, puzzles important for both prelim and main. Blood relation, direction sense, coding, symbol notation, deductions. Deductions again asked in both prelim and main. Puzzles, deductions. These are generally prelim. Few times asked in main exam also. What are those? Blood relation, direction sense, coding, symbol notation. Sequence, set of numbers, alphanumeric series. These are generally clerk topics. Critical reasoning asked only in PO main, no prelim exam, only main, that to PO. Input output, general asked in main exam. Data sufficiency in PO main, what you call PO main and clerical main. PO main not asked, can be asked. Critical reasoning generally PO main, right? Now, what are my scoring areas? Your scoring areas are topics. These topics you cannot afford to miss. One, your direction sense, blood relation, coding, decoding, symbols, notations. These are and your input output deduction. These are your scoring areas. You cannot afford to. Why I'm saying puzzles is also your scoring area. But point is like prelim puzzles, prelim exam question types to some extent okay. But when you look at your main exam question type, puzzles are like very you'll find difficult to very difficult puzzles in your main exam. So I'm saying you might have solved 100 different types of puzzles. I might have solved 100 different types of puzzles. But tomorrow in the exam, if that small point doesn't strike me, then I'll not be able to solve the puzzle. See, because of that exam time limit and pressure, you'll be nervous. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But other areas like coding, your symbol notation, your direction sense, your blood relation, your deduction, your input output, these are standard question types, right? If you practice more, you can score well in these topics. You cannot afford to lose. If these topics are there in your prelim and main, you need to score full out of these. That's it. The 15 questions, you should get at least 13, 14 out of 15 questions, right? Similarly, students, clerical specific topics I told you, sequence, easy topic, set of numbers, easy topic, alphanumeric series. These are easy and generally asked in your clerical exam. You cannot afford to lose marks in these topics, right, students? Let us look at the order. These are some of the tips which we generally recommend to students. I have given the order for keeping in mind your prelim exam as well as your main exam. We will start with these topics like coding, decoding, direction sense, blood relations, symbols, notations, odd man out, because these are easy to score and these are not that difficult topics. If we start with these topics, one, I can score more. Second, my confidence level will be improved, right? Directly, if I go and start with critical reasoning, directly, if I go and start with a puzzle, if I got stuck in between, entire confidence will come. Students, start with the topics which are easy to score in the exam, which will build your confidence. I am saying coding, decoding, direction sense, blood relation, symbols notations, input, output, deduction, they're not difficult, right? They're easy to score. So start with these topics, then do your symbol notation. You can take a screenshot or you can make a note, students. Input, output, then you do. Decision making generally important for main exam and not asked, very, very rarely asked in your Gramina Max. Then your deductions, also known as syllogisms, important for both prelim and main. Puzzles, data sufficiency, critical reasoning. Now see, non-verbal reasoning, not asked in your bank exams in the last 8 years. 2012 was the last year where non-verbal reasoning questions were asked. In the last 8 years, there were no non-verbal reasoning questions in the examination. But still, you have to prepare because once upon a time, there used to be minimum 5 to maximum 10 questions in the exam. All of a sudden, tomorrow in your main exam, non-verbal reasoning questions, 5 questions appeared. You cannot say that he should not ask, sir, how can these questions be asked, not appeared? It's there in the syllabus. But not asked, that's all. But you have to prepare. It should be a last part of your preparation in your reasoning. So prepare with these topics which are easy to score try to solve more number of questions, get an exposure to different types of logic. Just please, while preparing also, once you prepare this basic material and when you write this mock test, apart from that, please refer last 3 years original exam papers, at least last years. You will come to know what kind of questions are asked, what difficulty level, what kind of what are the types of logics given in the last couple of years. That will allow you to understand the exam pattern, students, right? So analytical reasoning, these are important topics: coding, blood relation, direction sense, symbols rotation, input output deductions. Along with these 6, there are 3 topics: sequence, set of numbers, alphanumeric. These 3 are clerical specific. Then you prepare puzzles, data sufficiency, critical reasoning. Non-verbal is the last thing to prepare in your examination. So this is the order which you need to attempt your paper, students. So this is what we have discussed. Don't start with critical reasoning questions, right? Always attempt set-based questions in your first round, because set-based questions, once I solve the data, for example, you take puzzle or you take a coding decoding set, questions can be answered in 1.5 minutes. What is important is that solving this coding decoding set, right? Then these are important topics for critical reasoning. If you are preparing for office assistant, ignore this. These are generally asked in PO main exam. Critical reasoning, it was asked only in your PO main examination, right, students? These are important topics: assumptions, conclusions, inferences, strong and weak arguments, courses of action. Here what is required is you should have logical skills plus your language skills. That means you should be good at your English language plus your logical, strong logic plus strong language. Then you'll be able to answer this critical reasoning question. Here generally confusion. That means what is the assumption of the order, what you call other, or you will say what is the which of the following weakens the argument, strengthens the argument, conclusion. These are generally what happens is you should have little command over your English language, plus you should have logical skills. Then only you'll be able to get these questions correct. That's what I told you. You have to attempt critical reasoning towards the end of your paper, right? Now, students, focus on these topics, right? Coding, blood relation, symbol notation, puzzles, direction sense, reductions, input output, and your 3 topics: set of numbers, your alphanumeric series. Those topics I told you for clerical, revise those topics also. That will take care of your reasoning preparation. Don't pay too much of attention for critical reasoning at this point of time, right? Prepare for other topics. Later on, you can look at your critical reasoning because it was generally asked in your main exam. Then afterwards, you just have a glance at non-verbal reasoning questions. You have series, you have non-verbal series, non-verbal analysis, non-verbal odd minute. So point is like you can focus on that, but only towards the end, not now, because not asked in the last 7-8 years. Now, prepare for your main exam. Automatically, your prelim exam will be taken care of. Right, students? Prepare for your main exam. Automatically, your prelim exam will be taken care of. Don't prepare for your prelim exam. See, the point is like if you're preparing for main exam, what's the difference? Reasoning, the same topics for the common in your prelim and main, but main exam will have higher difficulty questions, right? So if you prepare for higher level of difficulty questions, automatically your prelim exam will be taken care of. Now, do not differentiate when preparing. Let me prepare prelim first, then I will prepare for main exam. Hardly 15-20 days time left over for your main exam, right? Students, don't waste your time. Prepare for your prelim main exam. Automatically prelim exam will be taken care of. Aim for main exam. Don't aim for prelim exam, right, students? Can you suggest a book which covers all the topics so that we can refer one book? Okay, I'll tell you. Maybe in the later slides, I'll tell you. Not clear, Janani. Is the voice not clear? Voice not clear. Now it is clear, Janani. I think you use your headset, then we'll discuss where to get previous question papers. Previous question papers, you can refer Kiran publications, Pawan. You can refer Kiran publications, previous year papers. See, I'm not saying model papers. I'm saying previous year papers. How to identify previous year papers? IBPS RRB officer scale 1 held on so and so date, within brackets. It will be written based on memory. Based on memory is an original paper. Just check out. See, don't look at the index. Index will say original papers. Go to that particular page. See, so and so exam, within brackets it will be written based on memory. You have to get that. And for reasoning, what you can do is verbal and non-verbal reasoning. Diksha, as you asked, I will tell you this: verbal and non-verbal reasoning by R.S. Agrawal. This is one book which you can refer. R.S. Agrawal, verbal and non-verbal reasoning by R.S. Agrawal. for reasoning. One book is like a little difficult, but each topic I'll tell you different books. Then you have BSC's Valley. If you join time, yes, our material is more than sufficient. We have a big R&D team who will do research on the previous year papers. Any new model asked, any new question type appeared, we will regularly upgrade. I'm very confidently telling you that our material is upgraded as per IBPS Clerk 2020 latest exam happened. So all models you have covered in our material. Don't worry. If you join time, yes, don't worry about any other books. Right? If you are preparing on your own, you can refer one of these two books, R.S. Agarwal or BSC's Valley, verbal and non-verbal reasoning. And for critical reasoning, you can refer only for critical reasoning, you can refer M.K. Pandey. The theory, if you want to understand what is assumption conclusion, you can refer M.K. Pandey. Right, students? Critical reasoning by M.K. Pandey. So BSC's Valley, R.S. Agarwal for remaining topics. But students, these books, why I'm not telling you refer these books is if you join in, let us say, time, we have a very structured material, quality material, not available anywhere in the market, and focused material, focused with respect to bank exams. Level of questions with respect to PO, with respect to clerical, we have two different what you call material for PO and clerk, and within that also we have segregated as prelim level questions, main level questions. Also, we'll give you mock test, prelim and main. I'm saying see the three things which are important for the next 2 months while your preparation is quality material, quality classes and faculty members, and good learning platform. I'm promising you we have all the three. We have good quality material, we have good faculty members, good classes, and we are having a good learning webinar, right? Now, if you join this, then definitely we will what you call no need to refer all these books, students, right? So let us take up quant section, students. Let us look at quant section. Just look at the breakup, then we will discuss. Pawan saying thank you. Okay, Pawan, thank you. Just look at this RRB officer scale 1, office assistant, quant and DA. Quadratic comparisons, prelim as well as main. 0 to 5 main means sometimes it's not asked, sometimes it was asked. Generally, part of your prelim exam. Main exam also you can find questions. Simplification approximations, that is your speed math. X square plus 10.06 minus 3.45 is equal to how much? Right? So these are generally a part of your prelim exam, not asked in your main examination. Simplification approximation. You can see clerk we are calling it as numerical ability, so you have more questions of speed math here. Individual quant questions. What do you mean by individual quant questions? Important for both prelim exam as well as main exam, both P1 clerk. That is your equations, ratio, time, speed, distance, time and work. Then you have what you call the geometry, mensuration. All these topics will be your profit loss, percentages. All these are your individual quant questions. Data interpretation. Now you observe here 10 to 17 questions in main exam, 20 to 22 questions. 10 to 15 questions in prelim, 15 to maximum number is 25. Now students, the most important topic for your prelim as well as main exam is your data interpretation as well as individual questions, quant questions. Generally a part of your prelim as well as main, and you have decent number of questions from these two topics, right? Then data sufficiency, very rarely asked, maybe once asked in RRB PO, that is very simple, but main exam, clerk main and PO main, generally a part of what you call, you can find questions on data sufficiency, students. Then data comparison, generally not asked in prelim, but main exam, you can find questions on data comparison. You know what is data comparison? Two quantities will be given. Quantity 1, some data, quantity 2, some data, right? You have to solve the data given under quantity 1, quantity 2. You need to establish a relationship. Quantity 1 is greater than quantity 2, or greater than equal to, or is it less than or less than equal to. By solving the data given under quantity 1, quantity 2, you have to establish a relationship. Generally asked in your main exam, not in every main exam. That's why I've written 0 to 4 here. Sometimes asked, sometimes not asked, but a part of your main exam, not prelim exam. Data sufficiency, question followed by two statements. Generally two statements, very, very, very rare. You can find 3 statement questions in Gramina banks, regional rural banks. 3 statement questions, SBI exams, IBPS, PO, they are part of the what you call those exams. But Gramina banks, most of the times you'll get 2 statement questions. That too in your main exam, very rarely asked, maybe once asked in your prelim exam. But 2 statement questions are predominantly asked, but 3 statement questions generally not asked in your Gramina bank exams. Now, I can say simplification, approximation, quadratic comparison, generally important for your prelim exam, right? Individual quant questions, data interpretation, and series, missing series, wrong number series, whatever you study for reasoning, that generally asked in your main, what you called in your quant section here. You can find series questions in prelim as well as main. So prelim and main, both the exams, individual quant questions, DI series is important. Quadratic comparison, simplification, approximation is important for your prelim exam. Then data sufficiency and data comparison, generally asked in main exam, very rarely asked in preliminary examination. This is the summary, students, of your quant section. Let us look at the summary of quant section. Strategy. So what is the order you should attempt your paper, right? You have to start with simplifications, approximations, series. These are easy to solve. Simplifications, approximation, series. These are easy to solve. कीर्ति अग्रवाल सर, आरआरबी ऑफिसर स्केल 1 ऑफिसर स्केल फॉर्म अलग अलग फिल करना है क्या? यस, अलग अलग करना है कीर्ति. Yes, you have to fill separately. Right. So simplification, approximation, missing series. These are easy to score. So we are discussing these topics at the beginning. Simplification, approximation, missing series. Then we have quadratic comparisons. Next, you have to attempt quadratic comparisons. So two quadratic equations are given, x square and y square. So what you need to do is you have to find out the roots, you have to compare them. Then individual quant questions. That means your time and work, time and distance, percentage, profit loss, ages, ratio, mensuration. Then questions on data sufficiency and data comparison. Generally important for your main exam. Then comes your DA. This is the last thing to attempt in the exam. Now one more thing. Few weeks ago we have done 3 sessions. One for preparation for quant. Second we have done preparation for reasoning. Third we have done preparation for English language. If you watch these 3 videos, I'm saying this will help you for your preparation. So these videos are uploaded under YouTube under Time for Education channel. So you go to youtube.com. You have to subscribe to Time for Education channel. Time for Education. You have to search this Time for Education channel. You can find Time for Education channel. Under this channel, we have uploaded quant and DA preparation. There we have discussed in detail. You have to learn multiplication tables, squares, cubes, all those things. We have taken about 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 1 hour, 45 minutes session and how to prepare, right? For quant and DA, reasoning and English, we have uploaded those on our channel, Time for Education channel under YouTube. Please watch those students. So you have to go to youtube.com, search Time for Education channel, subscribe, then you can look at your videos. There are a lot of videos available. Just search for preparation tips for quant and DA for bank exams, reasoning for bank exams, and preparation tips for your English language students. So that actually, here I am talking about in general preparation and what needs to be done. Then we have discussed in detail, students. Just go through those videos, right? Maybe last week, before that we have done these sessions, last 3 weeks. So watch those videos. DI, data interpretation, is the last thing to attempt in your examination. Don't start with your DI. As I told you for reasoning, don't start with critical reasoning and puzzle. Those are the last thing to attempt. Here, data interpretation is the last thing to attempt. Now, students, I have written something here. Leave case state. What are general types in data interpretation? You know, table, questions based on table, line graph, bar graph. Then you have questions based on what you call pie charts. You have caselets and your combinations. Table plus pie chart, 2 pie charts, 3 pie charts, bar graph plus table, or table plus line graph, bar plus line. These combination questions can be asked. Now, out of all those, caselet should be left out. That's the last thing within DA also. That should be the last thing to attempt, because this is time consuming. Caselet is time consuming, because what happens is, if you look at your caselet, raw data will be given, some verbal data will be given like this. You need to capture this data either in the form of table or in the form of Venn diagram, depending on the number of variables given. Either you have to put the given data, read, understand, put it in a form of table or Venn diagram, then you have to solve. So table, ready-made data, pie chart, ready-made data. Then similarly, you look at your what you called other things also, ready-made data. You have just analyze the data, look at the question, answer. But case state involves one more step. You have to structure the given data. You have to put it in the form of a table or Venn diagram. Then you need to solve the question. So little time consuming, not recommended in the exam. So that is the last thing to attempt. That means like सारा section कर लिया, I don't have anything left, time is left over, then attempt case. Generally वैसा तो होता नहीं है बैंक एग्जाम्स में. In case time is left out, you have done everything else, the last thing to attempt is a case, not before that. What is important is selection of sets and selection of questions. These are two things which are very, very important. I told you leave case study. Apart from case study, you have table, pie chart, line graph, bar graph, and combinations. Now, students, try to select the sets which you are most comfortable with. Let's say you are comfortable with table, start with table. Comfortable with pie chart, start with pie chart. Comfortable with line graph, start with line graph. So, selection of sets. Maybe table, you are based on your convenience, you select the sets, and within that set also selection of questions is also important. Let's say a set is followed by table or line graph or bar graph is followed by set of 5 questions. Let's say you spend 5 minutes of time. Don't try to solve all 5 questions in the exam, not possible. Even I'm teaching DA, I teach DA, I'm teaching DA from last 15-20 years. Even I am writing the exam, maybe the given time limit, because of that exam pressure and nervousness, I may not be able to solve all 5. Out of 5, there will be 2 easy questions or 2 to 3 easy questions. Identify them, solve them, get out of your image. Then what happens is, sir, I have understood the data, analyzed the data, I have solved 3, only 2 more now, sir. Let me solve these 2 questions also. You spend another 5 minutes on those 2 questions, you will mark a wrong answer, you'll get a negative mark. Rather, spend this 5 minutes on the next DA set where you can solve another 2 to 3 easy questions. 5 minutes you can spend on a DA set, look at the data, understand, read, analyze, look at the question, simplify, mark it, everything should be done in 5 minutes, right? Now, you have to be good at your calculations. Now, within these 5 minutes, if you have got 2 questions correct, I'm saying you have done a good job. If you have got 3 questions correct, I'm saying you have done an excellent job. Don't try to get 5 out of 5, not possible in the examination. Then, sometimes what happens is data looks very, very frightening if you observe some of the sets. Don't look at only the data and don't decide whether I'll attempt or I will leave this set kind of thing. Look at the data, look at the question, then decide whether to attempt that particular set or not. Wherever possible, use approximation. That's what I'm telling you. There are a few basic things which we discussed during your speed math things, right? Learn those things that will improve your speed as well as you can save time in the exam. Maybe you take your simplification approximation, or you take your comparison of quadratic equations, or you take your data interpretation, or you do your quant questions. The few things which are discussed, right? Maybe in your quant preparation video, when you see I've discussed in detail, multiplication tables up to 20, squares of first 50 natural numbers, cubes of first 20 natural numbers, reciprocal values. What are reciprocal values? 1 by 2, 50%, 1 by 3, 33.33%, 1 by 4, 25%, so on, 1 by 12, including their multiples. Multiples means 1 by 9, not sufficient. You have to write down 2 by 9, 3 by 9, 4 by 9, up to 8 by 9. 1 by 11, 2 by 11, 3 by 11, 4 by 11, up to 10 by 11. So students, including their multiples, 1 by 2 to 1 by 12, including their multiples, you have to learn. So these multiplication tables, squares, cubes, reciprocal values will improve your speed. The point is, like, I will not ask you, see, the point is, sir, I will not ask you, please tell me 12 table, please tell me 13 table. No, I will not ask you that way. If I tell you one number, you should be able to tell me it is product of which 2 numbers. For example, I'll ask you, product of 2 numbers is 144. Product is 144. Sum of those 2 numbers is 25. One simple example. Sum of those 2 numbers is 25. What could be those 2 numbers? If I know my multiplication tables, I'll say 16 and 9. 16 into 9, 144. 16 plus 9 is 25. Right? If I say product 126, sum 25. I'm not changing my sum 25. Can you guess those numbers, students? Right? So what is the numbers? 1 second. 18 plus 7, 25. 18 into 7, 126. Right? If I say 136 product, sum is 25. See, I'm not changing my sum. Right? So what happens here? 17 plus 8, 25. 17 into 8, 136. Right? So I'm saying if you learn multiplication tables, then it will be easy for you for your data interpretation, for your simplifications, for your what you call individual quant questions, as well as quadratic comparison. You have to find out the roots. One, you will use formula, minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2b. Other is factorization method. If you want to improve your speed in factorization method, you should be good in your multiplication, good at your multiplication tables, right? I'll take up 2-3 questions. Few of you are asking here. What if you What if you don't get your college result till 21st July? Then not eligible. You have to get the result before 21st July. Sorry, SBI. If you have any doubt, you can call them. There's a line given there, call center for IBPS. You can check, or you can send a mail. Grievance is there. You can write your mail, then reply the query. SBI PO का preparation compared to IBPS RRB को कैसा होना चाहिए? So here we are focusing on RRB PO. When SBI PO हम लोग ने किया है detailed webinar. You can watch that. Again, we will do this SBI PO one. We can discuss at that time because I don't want to mix up those two. SBI PO will be of little higher level of difficulty. थोड़ा ज़्यादा puzzles, नया model ज़्यादा पढ़ना पड़ेगा. That we will discuss separately, as in. Is this webinar recorded? Yes, it is recorded. Could you share the presentation to our email? Or no, maybe technically I can say no, but see what can be done. We will see. We will upload this presentation. Maybe we will send you. You can watch this presentation. This is your favorite section, English language. Asked only in your main exam, not in your preliminary exam. RC, important for both PO main as well as clerical main. You can expect minimum 10 to maximum 14 questions. Close test, important for both prelim and main, 8 to 10 questions, 8 to 10 questions. Para jumbled, sorry, not prelim and main, both PO and clerk. It is asked only in main exam, not asked in preliminary exam. English section, important for both PO and clerk. Para jumbled, both PO and clerk. Sentence rearrangement, generally asked in PO, not asked in clerk. Fill in the blanks, both PO and clerk. Then fill in the blank, gender noun types asked in clerical, clerical specific. Degree of comparison, these were asked in 2017-18 students. You can refer those papers for more clarity on these models. 0 to 5 questions. Incorrect, inappropriate usage, that is your, we call it as word usage. That means incorrect spelling or usage of the word is correct or wrong, or spelling is wrong, or one word there are 3 different usages. Where is it correctly used? All those come under your incorrect, inappropriate usage. You have both asked, important for both PO as well as clerk. Sentence starters generally asked in PO, not asked in your clerk exam. So what are the things which are common for both PO as well as clerk main exam? RC, close, parajumbled, common for both PO and clerk. These 3. Fill in the blanks, yes, common for both PO and clerk. Match the clauses, if you can see here. Incorrect, inappropriate for both. Match the clauses, sentence starter, generally PO modes. Not asked, but see, there's nothing great in that, rocket science. Can be asked. Match the clauses. Already, if you take IBPS clerk or SBI clerk, match the clauses, sentence starter are already asked in your IBPS, appeared in your IBPS clerk exam as well as SBI clerk exam. So when those are present in an IBPS clerk and SBI clerk, can be asked in your RRB clerk also. So English language, you have to prepare, right? When you're preparing, prepare all these areas. Let us look at the order student. Then see word interchange, error identification, that is grammar, important for both prelim, that is your PO and clerk. Then interrogative, these 2 plus you can see here degree of comparison, this one, and FIB gender noun. 1, 2, these 3, 4. 2 asked in PO, these 2 asked in clerk. These were asked in 2017, 2018 Grameen Bank exams. You can refer those papers for more clarity on these model students. Okay, let us look at the order. We need to start with close passage, is easiest among all. Then we have to do fill in the blank questions after close passage because these are easy and scoring areas. Then you have to attempt RC, easy questions plus vocab based questions. We'll discuss this. Attempt RC. Then do your grammar. Then your sentence starters, sentence formation. Then para forming questions, para forming odd maneuver. Finally, para completion, theme of passage. Generally not asked in grammar bank still now. Part of your IBPS PO and SBI PO. But in case if these appear in your exam, this should be the last thing to attempt. I'll discuss about this RC, how to attempt all those. Let me check this. Any question there? Nandini is asking, join this webinar at 7:30 due to network problem. Can I get this presentation? What I do is we will upload this in YouTube and we will, you can see, I told you, right, youtube.com time for education channel. We will upload there. Once you subscribe, you can watch these videos. What are the required qualifications for all the posts? I told you, in the beginning, I told you, Harshita, officer scale 1, officer assistant, graduation. Remaining all, some post their work experience, some post specialized degrees asked. You can check the notification. But officer scale 1, office assistant, any graduate, no mention of any percentage. I'll take up 2-3 questions, then we'll move forward. Can you please refer books for bank exams on same YouTube? I YouTube channel for reference. YouTube channels, like, there are different things, but you can see the point is like we have uploaded few basic videos on YouTube, maybe time and work, time and distance, reasoning, as well as on our website timeforeducation.com/bank exams. You can watch our DI videos, your previous exam analysis videos, quant videos, reasoning videos, English videos, few basic things you upload that will help you to prepare your basic students. Then you can take it forward. Books I told you, for reasoning, verbal and non-verbal reasoning, two others have given you, R.S. Agrawal, B.S. Iswari. For critical reasoning, I told you the booklet is M.K. Pandey. For quant, English I'll tell you in due course in some time. For quant, what you can do is quantitative aptitude by R.S. Agrawal. You can watch. You can refer R.S. Agrawal or Abhijit Guha. Any one of these two books should do. Abhijit Guha. For data interpretation, you can refer Dhillon publications. R.S. Agrawal, other is Abhijit Guha. If you say that sir R.S. Agrawal to my both sare questions kar diya hu, then refer Abhijit Guha. But point is that these books are prepared keeping in mind all competitive exams. First, you need to know what are RRB specific models. For this, you need to refer Kiran Publications previous year papers. You will get an idea what question types are asked in your RRB exams. Based on that, you can refer these books. In case if you join time, yes, we are having a what you called TTSC scholarship exam on 19th July. And students who are joining from 5th July till 19th July, within this period, if you are joining, then a discount, assured discount is there. The details are there on the website. 10% assured discount is there. And again, based on your preference, performance in the exam, if you are a topper, you can also avail up to 100% discount. When examination is on 19th July, you have to register students. But point is like if you want to get the 10% assured discount, you have to join now. That is 5th July to 19th July, inclusive both dates. You have to pay the fee and join. You'll get straight away 10% discount. Yes, you perform very well in the exam, you got about 100% discount, you can enter fee will be refunded based on your performance in the TTSC exam. But assured discount from 5th July to 19th July. So you have to register if you want to write that exam. So these are reference books. If we clear bank PO, let me check this question. If we clear, is it possible? If it possible, how many days we have to study? How many hours per day? All this will be answered. Maybe next slides we have this general preparation. There I'll answer your question. Elvarasan is asking this question. How much time and all those? I'll discuss number of hours. Channel name: Time for Education. YouTube channel name is Time number 4 Education. Time numeric 4 Education is my channel. Time for Education. Time for Education channel. We uploaded all the videos, basic videos that will help you to understand the basic concept. I'm studying BTech final year, but the semester is not completed. You get the certificates that you can apply, but thing is that you have to swallow. You have to check once with IBPS website because this is special situation. I cannot comment on this, right? Degree exam next year. Start study this year itself. If I start to study this institution. Fine. Yeah, Elvarasan, yes, it is right time to start your preparation, keeping in mind these notifications, right? Start your preparation now. You can prepare, you can focus on your final year as well as your these exams also. So thank you, Sir Sanganeswari, right? Okay. Let me take up this. So RC, what you need to do is this passage will be given. First, read the questions. If I read the questions, I'll come to know what are the different question types asked, right? So whether it's a what you called let's say if I read the question types, I'll come to know what type of RC it is. Is it RC based on banking or economy or something else? I'll come to know two things: what kind of passage it is, what kind of question it is. We have two types of questions: direct question based on passage, inference based question. What do you mean by inference based question? What is the author's mode in the passage? What can you infer from second paragraph in the passage? All these are inference based questions. Do not attempt inference based questions. To answer inference based questions, you should be a vivid reader. You should know style of tone of the passage, style of writing. So students, answer direct question based on passage. If you take an RC passage, let's say there are 10 questions, there will be some 2 to 4 questions based on synonyms, antonyms, vocab based questions. For that, you need not read the passage. If you know the meaning of the word, you mark it. If you don't know the meaning of the word, go to the passage. That word will be given in bold. Read that sentence, understand the meaning, mark them first. So 3-4 vocab based questions, you solve them first while reading the questions itself. Then in remaining questions, answer let's say 6 questions, there will be 1 or 2 inference based questions, don't solve them. Remaining 3-4 direct questions based on passage, you can attempt those questions. What you need to do is, once you read the questions, you have to skim through the passage. Skimming is fast reading. Point is like, whenever RC, when you come across RC, students will put down their pen, close their ears, read loudly, word by word, creating disturbance to others. You read first question, you remember what is there in the passage, you will mark it. You read second question, by the time you move to your second question, you'll forget what is that you have read. That's what I'm saying. Read the question, skim through the answer. Why I'm asking you to read the question? Let's say there is some question related to some topic. When I'm skimming through that passage, when that particular word appears in the passage, it will strike at the back of the head. Hey, there is some question related to this. Stop there. Answer the question, read the question, answer the question, get out of answer. Don't spend too much of time. Maybe about 5 to 7 minutes, 8 minutes of time. You have to read the questions, look at the passage, skim through the passage, answer the questions, get out of that. And keep in mind, vocab based questions first, followed by your direct questions based on passage. Do not attempt inference based questions. Then students, grammar, rather than only by-hearting the rules, you have to be thorough with the implementation of those rules. See, it is like your quad. You simply learn the formula, but you don't apply it. It's of no use, right? Similarly, grammar also, you learn the rule. Okay, I know this is the rule for noun, common noun, proper noun. These are the rules. But if you don't implement, if you're not implementing in your actual question, that means you have to take that rule, you have to see how it is implemented, you have to take few examples on that, you need to solve. If you're not looking at practical application, then you will be in trouble in your grammar. Vocab is like you study, but point is like vocab, you study 1,000 words. I can always give you one more word exists which you will not be able to answer today. But grammar, I am saying to some extent, if you can practice the rules which you have by-hearted, instead of by-hearting, if you can implement the practical application, you see how this rule is implemented, and if you can work out few examples based on that rule, I am saying definitely it will help you to score more in your English language. RC, grammar, and when it comes to vocab, instead of by-hearting only the meanings, look at the what you call application of the vocab based questions. Where can you find these vocab based questions? Maybe in, you see, the usage is very important. One, we have discussed it, incorrect, inappropriate usage. Is the correct usage of the word. One word is given, 3 usages are given. Or you take your simple fill in the blank questions. All those are applications of your vocab based questions. So simply by-hearting words will not help you. You have to learn those words and implement in those question types. That is very, very important. Right, students? Let me tell you these book, students. Brinda, can you be little more specific? Eligibility criteria, what is that? If you can be little more specific. I'll take up that question a little later, right? So for vocabulary, I'll give you Word Power Made Easy. Kindly make a note. Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. Other name Normanlewis. Norman Lewis. Word Power Made Easy. All of you know this particular book letter. It's a very famous book by Norman Lewis. Word Power Made Easy. Word Power Made Easy. Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. Right? Then I'll give you one more book. Student Companion by Wilfred West. Wilfred. There's some problem with my pen tablet, so kindly adjust. Wilfred West. This is Word Power Made Easy, the first book. Second book is Student Companion. These two books you should prepare thoroughly. Given only 2 months left over. Repeat once again, sir. Okay. Word Power Made Easy. I've written the other name here. Norman Lewis. Word Power Made Easy. Wilfred West. Student Companion. See, the point is like next 2 months, see how much you can prepare. But these two books, most of the words asked in competitive exams are picked up from these books, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is these two books, time is very less, about 2 months left over for your exam. See how much you can study. But generally also, as you keep on writing your staff selection commission, insurance exams, bank exams, so please read these two books. It will help you to improve your vocabulary. Word Power Made Easy, Norman Lewis. Second book is Student Companion by Wilfred Best. Priyanka, you are already attending online classes. I understood your query. You joined 2-3 months ago time classes. Are you attending online classes, Priyanka? Just answer that question, then I'll be able to answer your query. We take final year. Anusha, you should have passed final year. Generally not allowed. 21st July is the date mentioned in the notification. You should be a graduate by that date. You should have that required education qualification. Otherwise, no. Priyanka, you are not attending online classes. So, okay. So, which center you joined, Priyanka? Can you answer that question? Which center you joined? Panvel Center. Okay. Right. What you do is we will not discuss this a specific query. So what I do is I'll give my email ID. Just you answer that question. You send your query there. I'll answer that. Right. So my email ID is HIDAYAThullah. This is my name. So a little difficult to pronounce. Hidayatullah @ spelling. Please be careful. One letter here there. I'll not get the mail. @ timeforeducation.com. Hidayatullah @ timeforeducation.com. We will take up. You send a mail to me. Then based on your ID card number, we'll discuss, Priyanka. Timeforeducation.com. Just make a note. I'll spell it. HIDA. D for Delhi. DAYA. T for Tamil Nadu. THULLLAH. Hidayatullah @ timeforeducation.com. So we'll take up that. Now for grammar, you can take any standard grammar book, students. You can take any standard grammar book. Now you can refer Renan Martin or you can refer Rajendra Pal Premlata. This is a good book. So language is simple here to understand. So you can refer English Grammar and Composition. Book name English Grammar and Composition by Rajendra Pal and Premlata Suri. Rajendra Pal and Premlata Suri. These two others. Premlata Suri. English Grammar and Composition. Right. Then students, you can see here for RC, how to read faster and better. RC is like you need to be fast. Your reading speed should improve, students. So after going home, you just check your reading speed. You just take out your newspaper, just read an article, take a stopwatch, start the time, see how many words you are reading per minute. Divide total number of words by total number of minutes. Decent reading speed should be 300 to 350 words per minute. Right, students? So what I'm trying to tell you is RC have to improve your reading speed. To improve your reading speed, there are some techniques given in the book. How to read faster and better by Norman Lewis. How to read faster and better by Norman Lewis. How to read faster and better by Norman Lewis. You can refer this book, student. So these are the reference books for English language. So you can, Priyank, you can send a mail here, hidayatullah@timeforeducation.com. We'll take up your query separately. Right. GK strategies, you have to read all the questions and 5 options before marking the answer. Because the point is, in general awareness, what happens is, students, once you read the question, idea might not strike you, answer might not strike you. But sometimes what happens is, if I look at my options, you're read, but you might have forgot. By looking at the options, you'll be able to recollect your answer. And so read the question and all 5 options before you mark the answer. Single liner questions in your first round, lengthier questions in your second round. What do you mean by lengthier questions in GK? Which of the following is not a monetary policy of RBI? Which of the following is not a function of RBI? You have to read all 5 options. 4 are its functions, 1 is not its function. You have to identify. So single liner questions in your first round. And most important thing is no guesswork. Quant reasoning English, we don't have this problem, but GK, no guesswork. We will get a feeling like कौन बनेगा करोड़पति टाइप? मुझे लगता है आंसर सी है, नो रिस्क, नो वाइल्ड गेस, educated guess to some extent. Okay, what do you mean by educated guess? पांच ऑप्शन है sir, definitely these three are not the answers, eliminated. Out of two options left over, I feel most likely this could be the answer. I'm not sure this can be the answer. 90%, 80% I'm sure it can be the answer. In that case, you can take a chance. Do it for 4 questions or 5 questions. Don't do it for all 200 questions in the paper. Don't do that, right? So guess what? No wild guesses. You know what is wild guess? You don't understand the question, you don't know the options, right? We'll take our lucky number, we'll mark it, or you say pinky, pinky, ponky. Don't do those kind of things. Because negative marking is there, your score will come out. Out of, when you look at the 5 options, 3 eliminated, 2 left over. Out of these 2, you feel this could be the answer. In that case, you can take a chance, right? So guesswork, no students, you have to be little careful. Preparation, this is one thing which you need to be little careful. Newspaper, you have to read Hindu or Times of India, one English newspaper. Now, what should you read in the newspaper? The first page of the newspaper, there is a page called editor's page or editorial page, where it will have articles on the current issues, maybe banking or economy or political issues. Then you have current affairs national page. Then we have current affairs international page. Then we have banking and economy page. Then we have sports page. Read these 6 pages without fail. Every day you have to read your newspaper. First page of the newspaper, editor's page, current affairs pages. 2 pages will be the national, international. Then we will have banking economy page. Then you have your what you call sports page. Read these 6 pages without fail. Generally, when we tell students read these pages, you have to read these 6 pages every day. Spend some 1.5 hour. Read these 6 pages. This will reading this newspaper or one monthly magazine for current affairs. If you join time, we provide a magazine called Current Affairs Tracker. If you're referring any GK magazine, you can refer either Pratyogita Darpan or Pratyogita Kiran. If you join time, no need of these magazines. We will provide every month one magazine, Current Affairs Tracker. You'll get that magazine. Till this COVID situation is there, we are providing online. You can go through that magazine. Apart from that, one English magazine like maybe India Today, Outlook, any one of those, or Frontline, one book, one monthly magazine, either India Today or Outline or Frontline, Outlook or Frontline. One GK magazine, Current Affairs Tracker provided by time, or one of these, Pratyogita Darpan or Pratyogita Kiran, along with your newspaper. This reading will help you to improve your vocabulary, grammar, your reading skills. It will help you in your GK preparation, and it will help you in your interview preparation also. Maybe you take your IBPS PO, SBA PO, here officer scale 1, scale 2, scale 3, you have interviews, right? So this knowledge, whatever you're reading, that will help you to make a better. See, the point is like, we will train you for interview GDs, but you should have some knowledge at the back of the head. Otherwise, it will be very difficult, right? You will not be able to see. The point is like students come back and say, "Sir, mera English acha nahi hai. I'm not good at English, framing the sentences. That is why I'll not be able to do a very good interview or GD." ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. If you can speak simple English, simple sentences, whatever you are speaking, the other person should understand. That is more than sufficient to clear your GD and interview. The reason is not your language. The reason is your, what is that? Your lack of proper knowledge. Let us say if I give you a general topic, let's say GD का बात कर रहे हैं अपन SBA में. Love marriages versus arranged marriages. Everyone, about 300 students attending now, every one of you will have 10 points to contribute with examples, with statistics. Right? Now, if I give you topic like role of India in WTO or Brexit, European Union crisis. Here, it is not that you cannot speak. Here, the problem is you don't know what to speak. This reading, maybe newspaper or magazine, that will give you the knowledge to talk in a GD interview. It will improve your reading skills. It will improve your vocabulary. It will improve your GK. It will improve your grammar knowledge. It will improve. It will also be helpful for you in the final stage of your preparation, interview and GK. So 80% for your written test weightage, 20% for your interview, but 20% is also very, what you call, significant amount of marks, right? You cannot afford, sir, qualify okay to bus set, right? Everybody, if you attend, you'll get qualified. But if you want to be there in the merit list, you have to score well in your written test as well as in the interview. This reading will help me to improve my subject knowledge. Then current affairs, sir, kitne mahine ke current affairs? Last 9 months. To be more specific, you have to be thorough with last 6 months with special focus on last 3 months. हर एग्जाम के पहले, बिफोर एवरी इंपॉर्टेंट मेन एग्जाम, वी आर अपलोडिंग current affair capsule on our website. Every week you can download our app, mobile app, Time for Bank Exams. Here, there we are uploading daily 10 free questions. We are uploading daily GK updates, weekly quiz of 40 questions, monthly every current affair events about 60 to 70 slides, current affairs national, current affairs international, banking news, economy. In case apart from your reading, if you have missed out something, you can go to that presentation. Before every important main exam, we are also uploading current affair capsule, a note of last 6 months. Believe me, if you look at last IBPS clerk main exam, IBPS PO or SBI clerk, about out of 40 questions, 20 to 25 questions were asked from that current affair capsule. It is being uploaded in open domain. You need not be a time student. You can download and you can read the current affair capsule before every important exam. So how many month current affairs? To be on safe side, last 9 months, specifically last 6 months with special focus on last 3 months. These points you have to keep in mind. Then more questions, more emphasis should be on Indian economy, banking awareness questions, both current events as well as your stock questions. Particularly Gramina Bank exams, you have to focus on stock questions, definitions, abbreviations of topics from economy and banking. These are asked more in your RRB, PO as well as your clerk exams. And you have to focus more on events which are appearing repeatedly in news. Then one more section is computer knowledge. Computer knowledge is a part of your Gramina Bank separate section. Whereas when it comes to IBPS PO and SBI PO, what happens is it is combined along with your reasoning ability section. But point is like no question was asked of about computers in the last 5 years, where in IBPS PO and SBI PO, IBPS clerk, SBI clerk main exam. But here computer knowledge is a separate section in Gramina Bank. You have to prepare students. Current affairs for how many months? Kurti, I have answered that question. Diksha, final student able to, I have answered this question. But the fees at time, you just check out the online website. Now we are giving 10% discount if you join before 19th, Diksha. You can prepare yourself for the IBPS exam. Very good decision. But the fees you need to check online. I think it is 7950 or 7450. I don't remember. Just check online. Then we are giving a discount of 10% if you join before 19th, Diksha. How to join in magazine, sir? Magazine is only for Sunganeshwari. There's only for time students, Sunganeshwari. You cannot get that particularly in open domain. But daily updates, weekly quiz, monthly PPT, current affair capsule before every important exam, that is there in open domain. Can I go for Economic Times newspaper reading? Yes. Basundhara Gupta is asking. You can read. You can definitely. But the point is like Economic Times. You can also look at Business Standard also. Economic Times, if you're able to follow, yes, good thing to read. You can go ahead. Can the GA classes for bank be made available to view all the time? Currently, they have expiration dates. Anuj Arora, we'll take it up separately. Anuj Arora, just you send me. See, the point is like quant and reasoning available means you can watch, but GK is like over a period of time. Let's say January events will not be valid in your July events. Anyways, we'll take it up separately, not here in this platform. You can send a mail. I gave my email ID. You can send it. Show the previous slide. I just missed out, Clevin. Which slide you're talking about? If you can be more specific, I'll discuss that. Anyone can join in time for education. Anybody can. But what is your query, Haripriya? I'm not clear. There is open domain. There is time for bank exams app is free for everyone. You can register as a free user. If you are a time student, still you can get all homepage contents, tests, more number of tests, etc. Free students can also access. If it is little anything different, Haripriya, you can tell me again. Tell the names of books for reasoning again. Pratmesh is asking verbal, non-verbal reasoning. R.S. Agrawal, B.S. Seeswal. Verbal and non-verbal reasoning. R.S. Agrawal and B.S. Seeswal. Any one of these two books. For critical reasoning, M.K. Pandey. Verbal, non-verbal reasoning, R.S. Agrawal or B.S. Seeswal. Any one of these two books. And for critical reasoning, you can refer M.K. Pandey. Computer knowledge, see students, syllabus is limited. There is every chance that questions get repeated. There are questions on memories, RAM, ROM, virtual memory, questions on software, questions on MS Office like MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Excel. There are questions on what you call DBMS DBMS database management system. There are questions on memories. There are questions on computer architecture. basics of computers and memory devices, right? And networks and operating systems also. Not any programming language, very basic fundamental questions. Now, students, you can prepare material provided by time, handouts, external test, booklet. Apart from that, you refer Book on Computer Knowledge by Kiran publication. There, we have in detail about the explanation of the terms. Also, the most important point is at the end, you have previous year questions. Revise thoroughly the material provided by time as well as previous papers, because there is every possibility that only in this particular section questions get repeated because of that limited syllabus, right? So I'll not spend much of the time here on interview slide, because see, the point is like you still have to write your prelim exam, main exam. When we have this interview thing in progress, then we will have a separate session about interviews, how to deal about that. But see, there is a lot of changes made to bank interview process in the last 3-4 years, students. Earlier there used to be more of HR type of questions. 5 साल के बाद, where will you see yourself 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line? If you become CEO of the bank, what is one thing which you will like to change, right? So if you're CEO of this particular company, what is that you're going to, what is that you like, what is that you dislike? Now, those HR type questions slowly faded away, right? Most of the questions, if you take your IBPS, SBA as well as Gramina banks, are from academics, current affairs, economy, banking. These are majority, almost 70-80% of the questions, or even I can say 80 to 90% of the questions will be based on this. Then what is your goal clarity, long-term goal, short-term goal, why banking? Banking maybe why Gramina banks? What is so special about RRBs? ये questions कैसा भी रहेंगे, definitely they will ask you, but focus will be on the first part of the interview, first part of the things I have mentioned: economics, current affairs, banking awareness, etc. Then your strengths, weaknesses, ethical, moral values, extracurricular activities, what are your hobbies, what you generally do in free time, all these things, your communication skills, creating a situation, your analytical skills, all those are not, all will be asked, but about 10-15%, 20% of the questions, but majority of the questions will be from the first two parts. Why banking, why RRBs, your academics, your current affairs, your banking and economy questions, right? And if you have work experience, yes, there will be questions on your work experience also. So let us not spend much of the time here on this particular interview, because we have other things to discuss, and this is not the time to discuss interviews also. I'll take up 2-3 questions, then I'll proceed further. This is the how to prepare. Tomorrow also class area to which class? We don't have any webinar. Webinar will be conducted Tasfia every Monday. About your class, if you're a time student, schedule is uploaded on your homepage. You can check. I have previous time solution books. Can I use them to practice? You can, but given the trend of exams, Anusha, the exam to exam, RRB PO to RRB clerical, month to month, exam to exam, new models are appearing in the exam. So if you take up last year book, there is every possibility that you miss out on latest models. If you miss out on latest model, then you'll be behind the you'll be there at the behind the race, right? So you should have updated material. Otherwise, it's okay, but latest model will not be covered in that. But my certificates are not given due to COVID-19, but I have memos. Can I apply? You can apply, Nitala. If you have completed, you can apply. Once again, you can check. Usharani is asking this question. You can check with IBPS also, send a mail. You can apply because you have completed your degree. Certificate is not there, but you should get a certificate from the college saying that you have passed out before 21st July. Once again, check with IBPS also. Which area should I focus more while reading newspaper for preparing for overall? I discussed this Vasundhara Gupta in detail, right? You have to first page of the newspaper, current affairs pages, national, international, editorial page, sports page, and your banking and economy page, as far as your bank exams are concerned. Thank you so much for your excellent webinar. Thank you, Yuvarani. When we will have classes for IBPS exam? Classes are going on. You can join anytime, Manasa. Will resumes be examined in interview? No, they will give you, Srinidhi, they will give you a biodata form to be filled up. You have to carry your biodata resume. There will also be one form will be uploaded. You have to fill that in detail. There will be questions. You have to carry that biodata form. Right. So let us look at one of our friends was asking about this question. Let us take up those questions are covered here. Let me see this. Elvarasan, right? So when should I prepare? What should I prepare? Those questions are answered now. Start early. This is the question this is the point I was mentioning you all the time in my previous webinars also. Right, friends? Thank you so much for valuable information, Vaishnavi. I'll come to this queries little later. It's really helpful to me to prepare. Thank you, sir. Nandita. Thank you, Nandita. And thank you, all of you, for taking out time and attending this session. Is there any app for me to join? Time for bank exams, for now. Time for bank exams app. Thank you, sir. It's useful. Right. We'll wind up. Last two slides. Just don't go away. Let's finish up these two. Then I'll take up if any questions are there. Start early. This is the right time to start your preparation. I am saying 2 months. Chalega. Not a big deal. You can still crack the exam. Aram se crack. Gramina Bank, yes. But if you start your preparation now, Gramina Banks anyways you're going to crack. But the following notifications, you can expect SBI PO notification, IBPS PO notification, IBPS clerk, IBPS specialist officer, remaining insurance companies, then your LICs, national insurance companies, then your other exams like ISO assistants, then your SSC. All these preparation can be covered. You'll be ready with for all those exams also. For Gramina Bank, yes, if you do a thorough, disciplined, regular preparation by attending our classes, I'm saying 2 months is easy to ace the exam. You can crack the exam. There is undoubtedly you can do that. Don't worry. Then we have number of hours. It all depends, students. So this is what the question asked by one of the students earlier. Plan your preparation. If you have completed your graduation, you don't have anything else to do, then you're preparing only for bank exams. I'm saying, apart from attending classes online, at least 6 to 8 hours of preparation is required. What you need to do is, whatever topic you have attended today in the class, you need to take the topic, you need to take the study material, take the topic, sectional test will be given, mock test will be given, take up the topic questions. You need to practice more of those questions from your study material. You have both the exercises A, B, questions from your study material, questions from your topic wise sectional test. Let's say we have discussed input output. Take out study material, do input output questions, about 60 questions in both the exercise 120. Then we have two sectional tests, about 40-50 questions. Finish off those, right? So in 6 to 8 hours, whatever you are attending today, practice those questions in the afternoon. So apart from that, you have to read your newspaper, then you have to read your other topics like English, reasoning. Every topic you need to spend about 1.5 to 2 hours, 1.5 2 hours. Now, if you are in final year, second, if you are a working guy, working boy, working girl, then I know it is very difficult during these times, because I know working from home is not 8 hours, no, it is almost 10 to 12 hours for every 1 hour. So I'm saying, working from home and preparing, yes, you have to prepare, because uncertain situations, we don't know how the market is. They're going to be still, we are entering into recession. There may be layoff, there may be other things, right, in private sector jobs. I'm saying safe side is get into a government sector. Now, apart from your office work, attend classes and spend at least 1 to 2 hours apart from classes. 1 to 2 hours of preparation. And Saturday, Sunday, yes, full day, 10 hours of preparation. Saturday, 10 hours of preparation. Sunday, whatever Monday to Friday, whatever videos you have watched, whatever topics you have prepared, practice those topics, take sectional test on those topics, take mock test on those topics on Saturday, Sunday. This is for whom those are in final year and those who are working people. If you are completed your graduation preparing only for bank exams, apart from 2 to 4 hours of classes, another 6 to 8 hours of preparation is thoroughly required. Please plan your preparation. Those who are in final year, you have to balance between your final year preparation and your what you call bank government job exam, bank exam preparation, as well as employed people. You have to balance both, right? You cannot leave your job immediately. So balance both. But Saturday, Sunday, I think you can take more time. Whatever you have done in that week, you have to revise those on Saturday and Sunday. Focus on building concepts. Practice, practice, practice. There's only 3 P's which are very, very important for you, right? So the point that these exams, particularly prelim exam, you should be speed and accuracy are very important. When your main exam, along with this, you should have conceptual clarity. Maybe you take your IBPS main, SBI main, or you take your Gramina Banks. Main exam will test in-depth concepts. Your concept clarity should be there. When will you develop? You have to develop your basic concepts. First, you have to learn the basic concepts and you have to practice. That's what I'm saying. Practice, practice, practice. Learn, practice from your study material, online sectional test, from your mock test. then automatically during this practice, your speed and accuracy will also improve, right? Then practice from, that's what I have written here, study material booklets and your sectional test. Identify your strong and weak areas. This is also very, very important, students. Consolidate your strong areas and your weak. See, identify. If you take a reasoning section, see, any section you take, students, most 80% of the topics will be good at. You will not be good at 20% of the topics. Let's say you take reasoning. Sir, I am not good at deductions, or I am not good at critical reasoning. About 20% of the test area will not be good at. 80% of the test area will be good at. The problem with student community is we love to solve only those questions which we are able to solve. The questions which are not getting, which are not able to solve, where our concept is not clear, we will never try to solve those questions. No, friends, that is the biggest mistake. If you want to improve your score, if you want to be there in the merit list, students, I am saying you need to convert your weak areas into your strong areas. That one point you should keep in mind. See, you're good at coding, decoding. You solve 100, 200, 300 questions at coding, decoding. Are we going to get more than 5 questions in the exam? No. If you want to get 10 marks in the exam, you are not good at deductions, practice deductions. So whatever areas you are not good at, try to improve those areas, work out on your weak areas. Also, when you say, let's say time and distance, sir, I am not good at time and distance. Again, students, I'm telling you, there's a blank, what you call, let's say, very blunt statement made by students. But when you look at time and distance, we think that time and distance also we have subtopics. We have general questions on time and distance. We have relative speed questions, average speed questions, linear races questions, circular races questions. We have what we call the all these different question types are boards and streams, etc. Right? Now, when students come back and tell me that I'm not good at time and distance, I tell them just go through the basics, study material solve kariye, sectional test solve kariye, then come back. Once you do this, taken by surprise, within the topic also you will be good at 80% of the concept. You will not be good at 20% of the concept within a topic. Let's say, sir, when you don't know, when you're not able to solve a few questions, if you can classify them, they'll fall into one or two categories. Sir, my trains question like Karparam. I'm not able to solve boards and streams. I'm not able to solve races questions. That means your concept is not clear. You have to work out on those particular concepts only. You're good at average speed. Today you're good, tomorrow you're good. In exam also you'll be good, right? Relative speed. I'm good at relative speed. Yes, you'll be able to solve that question at any given time. But you're not good at trains, not good at boards and streams, or not good at races. You have to improve those concepts. So identify strong areas, weak areas within a test area. I'm good at these topics, not good at these topics. Within these topics also, which are not good at, I'm saying if you look at the subtopics, you'll be thorough with about 60, 70. You need to improve remaining 20, 30%. So weak areas, if you work on that and improve, if you can make them, convert them into your strong areas, I'm saying your score is going to improve. Once you're done with your basics, you have to focus on building speed. How to improve speed and accuracy? You have to write mock tests. Writing mock tests itself will not allow, will not make you what you call, what you see, the point is like writing mock test is one thing, analysis is another thing. So after you write the mock test, you have to do thorough analysis of the mock test. There are certain questions I have marked in the exam. Just go through those questions. You might have made a few mistakes. In the exam, I am marking that answer, means I'm confident that that is the correct answer. But still I'm making a mistake. Identify that mistake. What mistake I have made? Is it a mistake in reading the question, understanding the question, or it is a simple, silly calculation mistake? If you can identify that mistake, you will not repeat that mistake. One. Second, you might not have solved 100 questions, you have solved 60 to 70 questions, 30 questions you have not attempted. Spend another 1-2 hours of time, attempt those 30 questions also. I have not attempted those questions in the morning because two reasons. One, time, because of time constraint, or because of nervousness in the exam, or I may not know that particular concept, I have not attempted. But again, once this examination is over, attempt those 30 questions. Taken by surprise, if you do that, spend another 1.5 hours. Out of those 30 questions, you will be able to answer another 10 to 15 questions. You'll be able to answer another 10 to 15 questions. I was not able to solve those 15 questions in the morning during the exam because of maybe time constraint, because I'm nervous, right? Remaining 15 questions still you're not able to solve. Just meet the faculty member or refer the notes, refer the study material, get the concept of those 15 questions. Analysis is one important. Whatever you have solved, any mistake is made, any question is wrong, whatever answers are marked, identify that mistake so that you will not make that mistake. Whatever questions you have not solved, do one more round of solving. Few will be able to solve, few still you are not able to solve. take the help of faculty members, study material, and try to solve those questions also. Then we will do regular mock discussion sessions, revision classes. Before every important exam, we will do workshop classes. Attend those classes. Those will be like a revision classes. That will help you to improve your speed and accuracy. So you have to understand the question. See, result oriented is you have to understand the question types, what is important for prelim exam, what is important for main exam, what is important for PO, what is important for clerical, what is important for RRB exams, what is important for IBPS and SBA exams. You have to understand the basic thing, right? That's what we have discussed now. What is important for exam. You should have that thing in mind. Second, refer last few years question papers. You will come to know what type of questions were asked in the exam. Then vocabulary and GA, these are real game changers in the exam, particularly in your main exam. GK, the more you score, the more you score, the more you will move in your merit list. You will move top in your merit list. Vocabulary and GK are these two test areas where you can improve your score, because main exam is difficult compared to your prelim exam. Puzzles are difficult, DA is difficult, quant questions are calculation based, English also you find application based questions. So friends, if you want to score more, the differentiating factor between student who is selected, who is not selected is GK. Out of 40, you should score 35. I'm saying you should score 40 out of. I can show you number of students who can, n number of students who have got 35 or more than 35 in GK section. So GK and vocabulary, you have to be thorough. Those are real game changers that will help you to push your score, improve your score rates. So these are preparation tips. Then I'll take a few questions. Let's see. Thank you for the information, Diksha. This webinar is helpful. Selvarani, thank you. Thank you so much for guidance. Anushri, thank you. Admission to Thane 10 classes, but now I'm attending online classes, so normal classroom classes going to happen again. Disha, yes, once the situation becomes normal, we can have these normal classes. Till then, you can attend online classes. I'm preparing today itself, sir. Thank you so much for your precious speech. Thank you, Janani. Any further questions? Can I mail? Yes, Diksha, you can always send me a mail. No issues. Third year student, I'm going to prepare RRB exams. How many days should take for syllabus complete from October to June? How many hours should I think we have answered how many hours, what needs to be done. I have answered those questions just now. Satish, if you have any still specific question, you can send me. Sir, what type of questions are input output questions? Nandita, input output questions are like one input will be given. Maybe we can see what we called input will be given like 1, 23, 46, 2, like that, words and numbers, right? Then we will have series of steps here, step 1, step 2, step 3. Then last step, step n. You will say step n is my output. You have to understand this. You have to, this example you have to analyze. So then this will be followed by question. So what happens is the given whatever words or numbers, or it can be combination of words and numbers, it will be allowed. Input is not given any specific order, but it will be arranged in a specific order. For example, words can be arranged in alphabetical order, A to Z, reverse alphabetical order, Z to A, or numbers can be arranged in ascending order, numbers can be arranged in descending order, or words starting with vowels, A-E-I-O-U at the beginning. Like that, you have to identify what is the logic, what is the method. We have only two methods, shifting and swapping. Identify the logic, identify the method. You have to analyze this example. It will be followed by questions. You need to answer those questions, right? So we can discuss this more detail maybe the next time when we are doing that. Sorry to interrupt. How can we manage time in exam? Vaishnavi, what you need to do is you need to identify your strong area. Start with your strong area, right? If you take a prelim exam, I told you 45 minutes. You spend 20 minutes on reasoning, 25 and quant, or either 25 and reasoning, 20 and quant. Remaining areas you need to, what you need to do is you need to start with GK, because there is no section wise term limit. You start with GK, then do your quant, then do your what you call reasoning section, then GK and English. Then your English section and computer knowledge. You can do like this. GK, you start with GK, then do your quant. Quant generally second section, because if you push quant towards the end, you may be in trouble. So if your time is overshooted in some of the sections, quant will be more of calculation based. Unnecessarily you'll be under pressure, you'll become nervous and you'll not be able to mark it. So do GK and quant. Then I'm saying do your English, then do your reasoning, and last section is computers, right? So accordingly you can spend time. 40 questions of GK maybe about 15-20 minutes. English section also about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Then computers about 10 minutes, because we have only 20 marks. 40 questions about 10 to 15 minutes. Then give about 35 minutes to reasoning and quant sections, right? Sandhya Hari is saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening. Please tell me the class time, sir, because I joined the first class today. Class starting and ending time I don't know. Please tell me. We are going to Ishwara. We are going to wind up now. This is your joinings are taking. You're talking about time classes. Time classes schedule is uploaded on your homepage. This webinar is from 7 o'clock to 8:30. Again, this is uploaded on Time for Education YouTube channel. You can watch there. Thank you so much, Elvarasan. Thank you, Elvarasan. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Show the general awareness slide. You have to prepare last 6 to 9 months, students. So once again, I'll show you general awareness slide if you want. Clevin Menenges is asking this question. This is general awareness. Thank you so much for your valuable information. Manasa is saying. Thank you, Manasa. Thank you for all of you for sparing time also. Quantum reasoning section is same for specialist officer. Yes, sir, it is same. But you have to prepare additionally for that specialized paper. This is very useful, Sahana. Thank you, Sahana. Fine. Thank you so much, sir, Nandita. Thank you very much. I thank all of you for taking out time also. Product plus some examples, how to calculate. You have to be good at semester, you have to be good at your what you call the multiplication table. That's why I gave you a few examples. You can go to a Time for Education channel. There I have discussed in detail about multiplication tables, equations, all those things I have discussed about preparation tips for quant. There you can actually you can watch in detail. So generally what I said is product of two numbers 144 sum 25. Product 144 sum 25 means if I know multiplication tables, immediately it will strike me 16 9. 16 into 9 144, 16 plus 9 is 25. Similarly, sum 25 product 126. I will say 18 and 7. 18 into 7 126, 18 plus 7 25. Similarly, if I say sum 25 product 136, same sum 25 product 136. 17 8. If I know multiplication tables, I'm saying it will be easy. 17 into 8 136. 17 plus 8 is 25. If I say product of two numbers, sum 25, product of two numbers 156. I have not asked this question earlier. Product 156, sum of two numbers 25. 12 and 13. 12 plus 13, 25. 12 into 13, 156. So Kirtika, thank you, thank you. This is a valuable class to me. Prajwal, thank you, Prajwal. Thank you, sir. Pallavi, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really useful seminar. Actually, thank you all of you for taking your times. Pravalika saying thank you. What is the procedure for classes? How they will cover the subject that are completed? Right. So, Manasa, procedure for joining classes is we have variants given in Time for Education website, timeforeducation.com/bank exams. You can go there. You have given an online module. As of now, because of this special situation, we are taking up online classes now. After this, you can convert your enrollment. You can come to classroom also when the situation becomes normal. So you have to pay the difference amount. You can also convert this enrollment into bank plus SSC combo. So because bank and SSC combo, what happens is once you take coaching for bank SSC combo, you'll be ready for bank exams, SSC exams, then you'll be ready for your other exams as well, right? So you'll be ready with what you call insurance exams, railway exams, all these things you'll be able to write if you take bank plus SSC. So you can upgrade to 1 year, you can upgrade to classroom, you can upgrade to bank plus SSC once this situation becomes normal, right? As of now, we are giving you online classes. You have to pay the fees online. Before 19th, if you join, 10% issue discount is there. 19th, there is a talent test being conducted. You can attend that so that you can get more discount, students. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is there any online classes by Time for Banking? Yes, we are having online classes, Savannah. We are having online classes. Thank you for helpful seminar. Okay, we are having online classes. I'll discuss about that. Online classes, as of now, we are giving you online classes. Later on, you can convert that enrollment into classroom enrollment. You can convert that enrollment into bank plus SSC, or you can convert into 1 year enrollment, right? So the point is like we will give you 130 mock tests. 130 mock tests. You'll be getting Current Affair Cracker magazines. If you're a regular student, 6 months, 1 year student for 12 months, 12 issues you will get. Then you will have 190 sectional tests. These mock tests will cover your IBPS, SBA, RRB, all this, and you will also have 190 sectional tests. Once your situation becomes normal, you can come back. You can join our classroom program. You can also upgrade for bank plus SSC combo. There, what happens is, if you upgrade for 1 year or bank plus SSC, number of mock tests will increase. 1 year will have 210 mock tests. If it is like more than 300 mock tests, if you join for combo course. Similarly, sectional test, 1 year will have about 300 sectional tests. If you join for combo course, you will have 500 plus extra days. So there's a difference in material, and 1 year student, combo course student can repeat the course, right? You can repeat the course any number of times within 1 year student. Regular student, once these classes are over, again you will not be eligible to repeat. But if you can upgrade, then you can repeat the course any number of times. Once situation becomes normal, you can come back and join our classroom program. You can upgrade to 1 year. You can also upgrade to combo course. So the difference is 130 mock test, 1 year 210 mock tests, 300 mock tests in combo course, 190 sectional test, 300 in 1 year, 500 plus sectional test in combo course. There's a difference in material, right? Any questions, students? Is there a batch for weekend? Already, Arvindan, we have already started a batch for weekend. Last week, maybe a few topics, about 3-4 topics. Today is what? Monday, about 5-6 topics we have completed. You can join that batch. We will provide all the completed videos on your mobile app to watch. You can continue, Arvindan. We have weekend batches. So recently started, maybe one more batch we will start going forward. But as of now, you can join in that batch. Whatever videos you have missed, we will give you those backup in your mobile. Can you please send the slides? I'll upload this PPT on Time for Education YouTube channel. You can watch that. I'm joining as a fresher. Classes will start with, yes, we will, Haripya, we'll start with every topic. You take quant, you take reasoning, you take English. We will start the pedagogy, the teaching. That is why time is known for, right? We start from basics. We will try to tell you all basic concepts required for the topic. Then we have exercise questions. Exercise, again, we are divided into two things: prelim level questions, main level questions. First, we will do prelim level exercise. Then we will take up main level questions. Then we will have test classes. Then we will have sectional tests. Sectional tests also we have topic wise. We have all topics together. So every topic will be started with basic concepts. We will have a basic class for all the topics. Then exercise followed by exercise. Again, two things in exercise: prelim level as well as main level. You have clearly segregated the questions. What's the website to join classes? Time4education.com. Time4education.com. You go there. You can click on the banner there. Online classes. Time4education.com. Online classes. If you can click, you'll be taken to that page. Demo videos are also available. You can watch there. Time4education.com. If you want to go to specifically bank page, you have to write /bank exam. Or if you directly go to time4education.com, there online classes details are given. You have to click that. It will be taken to your online what you call the page where all fees details, class details, everything are given in detail. When will new offline batch about to start, Divya? So we can't predict, Divya, right? New online batch, we don't know, right? So once the situation is back to normal, that once the classes, then we will resume. Till then, I'm saying don't waste your time. Start online. Later, we are giving an option to upgrade to classroom also. No need to worry about it. Right? So I think I've taken up all the questions, students. If you have anything, you can ask me. Otherwise, any questions you can ask me. Otherwise, we'll wind up, students. And thank you so much for all of you for taking out time and joining these things, joining these sessions, right? Anything you can ask. Otherwise, we'll wind up. Right, students? Any questions? Otherwise, we'll wind up. Right. Thank you so much. We'll wind up, students. Anything is that you can always. We are uploading this on a Time for Education channel. Also, we uploaded done few webinars and preparation of quant reasoning English. You can watch that. If you have any questions, you can always send us a mail. I give my email ID. Also, you can send a mail to info@timeforeducation.com. info@timeforeducation.com. Anything is there, we will reply. Any questions, any queries, we will reply. We will help you. We are having a TTSC exam on 19th July. Register for that. If you join from 5th to 19th July, issue discount of 10% will be provided. Thank you so much, student. Thank you taking out your time. Deepika is saying thank you. Right, we'll wind up, student. Thank you so much. You please attend these webinars. It will be helpful for your preparation also. Thank you. Bye bye, sir. Bye.